Hey everybody. Alright, so I inherited this John Deere JS63C. Guy got it from basically said it ran. Last time he ran it was 4 years, but problem he had was that when he filled it up with gas, it leaked everywhere. So I got it home. First thing I did, just try to replicate what he claimed, and lo and behold, it did. It looked like it leaked around the gas tank. So went ahead and got a new replacement gas tank. It's in the box, and I checked the fuel line while I was at it. It was stiff as all get out, so got a new one just because I figure a mower this old, which I think he says about 16 years old, it would just burst or crack or something down the road, so I went ahead and just got a new one. Models for this one, 791766 is the fuel line. It's a Briggs & Stratton model because it's a Briggs & Stratton motor. And it's a Briggs & Stratton 699374 for the gas tank. Couple tips as far as how to find what exactly you need. John Deere's got some great websites as far as being able to find parts even on things this old. But more importantly, right there on the stamp is the motor model number, 12160202669E1. That's important because even though you might have several JS63Cs, they probably had 5-8 different motors in the span that they were making these, and they could all differ slightly from another. And further clarification, behind the right rear wheel is the serial number. So a couple things for you to look for if you're looking for parts. I'm going to put this on pause for a second. Let me get things all situated together. Back in a bit. Okay, we're back. So, a couple steps to do before we put in our new tank. Take the gas cap off. Tank's kind of buried underneath this, so got to take off where the air filter goes. And you can use a, I don't know, probably either number 8 or number 10, but I'm just using a flathead for this. There's 2 screws here. One. Oh man, yeah, it's filthy. But I got a kit. Comes with a new air filter, spark plug, oil. So that'll do that on the next video. I'm gonna switch out to Phillips. You got 2 screws, one here, one right on the other side. And ordinarily this thing would just come up, but up. So what you gotta do, stick 2 fingers down here, and this pops out. Oh yeah, I guess Got to undo that part first. And what it is, see if you can see here better. There's a stick with a grip catch right there. You reach in underneath here, pull that back, and lo and behold, it releases. Alright. Well, now I will need sockets. And there's 3 of them holding on. There's one here, one there, and one right here. And I got the wrong size. Number 8mm. When you're pulling these out, if you got any that are different sized, which I don't expect these to be, make sure you remember where to go back to. Alright, get that. Now, these will come up easily enough. First thing I want to do though is get rid of that old hose. And hopefully it don't spray everywhere. A couple of clamps, slide it forward, grab the hose, just kind of wiggle it, what's it hung up on now? Alright, I'm going to pause it, I'll tell you here in a second. Are we back? Yes, we are. Alright, so there was one more bolt. This is it. Coming down through that hole right there. So now, we're just putting this, sliding back in. In reverse. That one uses a number 10. I'm sure some of you guys are probably getting irritated saying, why is he saying number? It's 10 mil, it's 8 mil. Ah, well. I'm nervous, my first one, so you have to forgive me on that. Right, grab these 3. Make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. Yep. And as you put these in, obviously don't tighten them all the way, because there's always just a little bit of adjustment. Tighten it down so they don't go nowhere. Alright, new gas tank's in. Everything's hunky-dory, hopefully. Alright, while I'm here, got everything open, kind of want to check the carburetor. But I really don't want to take everything apart because I don't have replacement gaskets at this time. You know, if it don't start, that might be the next step. But for the time being, well, this other one, move it up, wiggle it out. Ta-da! You can see it had some pliability, but man, look at all them cracks. So worth the $6 or whatever to replace it. Now that I got it done, the other one I got to cut the size. So let me do that real quick, and I'll come back to you. Back in a bit. Alright, back. So, went ahead and cut the new one. Let's see if I can see here. Okay, cut the new one to size. And, you know, like the old saying goes by Norm Abram, measure twice, cut once. Because you can cut a little long, be okay. You can cut back, but you cut too short, you basically throw away whatever money you spend on something. Anywho, go back and work in reverse order. Put this one up here, and make sure you get the parts where you're gonna put the pliers facing towards you. I know it sounds dumb, but you'd be surprised. That's just something. That's a simple mistake that anybody can do. From above here, behind where the air filter sits, you can actually see where the nozzle is. So you can kind of see when it goes all the way in. And we do the other side here. Carburetor side is metal, so it went on a little bit easier. This plastic side takes a little bit. Try with this. Back and forth. Pushing that way. You know, it'd probably work, but I feel better if it's just got that extra couple 3 millimeters. I don't know, probably telling me it's like, you should have lubed it up. A little gasoline. I don't know, if I keep fighting it, I may stop this video and do exactly that. Oh. Well, that's pretty close. Right. The new spring clamp on that one. And up here at front. Hey everybody. Alright, so yeah, the video cut out because stupid memory card was full. I have to apologize for that. I'm doing this just kind of a jaunt, just to see if I really kind of want to, you know, if I like it. And so far I've dug the process, but I'll know better once I like patch all these videos together and make one bit of content. Alright, so where we cut off is I was putting in the hose at the gas tank, and I said it was good enough, and so I went ahead and reattached, you know, moved the clamps over to the hose, over the on both sides of the hoses, you know, where the there. Apologize if it's shaky. I don't have the stablest of hands. But right there by the gas tank and up front where it goes into the carburetor. After that, as you can tell, I went ahead and put everything back together. Now I moved the cord back into its little hole here, and the way you do that is you actually have to press on the gas and it releases the motor to spin freely. So make sure you do that. Don't force it when it's locked on site. You might do some damage. I don't know. I'm not a professional mechanic at this. I just take care of maintenance that I see fit that I can do. And then I went ahead and put in 2 screws. First thing I did this side, remember, it's got that little hook, popped it in place. Everything went back the way it's supposed to. Looks like it's good. One thing I'm going to make clear, if you don't already know, make sure on these small engines, doesn't matter what you have, small engine, anything, use ethanol-free gas. No alcohol, no cleaners, nothing that cars require to run these. Carburetors are small, and what you end up having after a period of time is they gum up. The manual, operator's manual, which I found and downloaded, and I'll set a link if I ever post this video, actually says use 87 octane fuel, but also buy this John Deere fuel additive to kind of basically keep everything from gumming up. Well, you don't really need to, and I'm surprised the manual didn't say if you have access to ethanol-free gas, use that first. If you don't, you can use 87, and just make sure you use this other stuff along with it. And ethanol-free gas, if you don't know, is 90 octane. So, it runs good. I have a Toro lawnmower, owned it for 7 years, bought it brand new. Still, to this day, one pull start. Reason is, I change the oil every year, change the air filter. Spark plug, I'll go every 2 years. I mean, I'll check it every year, but if it looks okay, I'll go 2 years on that. And then the blade, I'll go 3. And I'll also replace the drive belt every 3 years. I'll just sharpen the blade on an annual basis, no big deal. I mean, I'm on 1/3 of an acre. There it is. That's the back, which, as you can tell, a little overdue. So I plan on doing that this afternoon after I'm finished with all this. So I hope you enjoyed it. Wasn't bad. It wasn't as complicated or as hard as I thought it was going to be. And I appreciate you taking the time to watch this, and hope to see you again. If you have any questions, post them in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer them. But just know, it's like, hey, I'm just a guy trying to save some money, doing his own maintenance. And if there's things I can repair, money saved in my pocket. Alright, catch you next time. Thanks, y'all. Bye.